keep the same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this is 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the E.P.I.C podcast. Me and Jared in here tonight, man. How was your sports weekend, man?
Cool. Nothing really to talk about. I guess we saw some good NFL, but other than that, been pretty chill. About yours?
About the same, man. Sports have been pretty good. I mean, football's coming to an end here soon, but we've been getting some decent games. Some sloppy games also, but you know, not no real blowouts or nothing like that outside of the Seahawks Niners. But I mean,
Yeah.
that was I wasn't gonna say to be expected, but half of the Niners team is hurt, so it was
Yep.
gonna be what it was gonna be. So
It's unfortunate.
yeah, it's always this time of the year usually gets them, man. They usually very, very, very hurt around this time of the year. So, but nonetheless, let's jump into these topics, man. We're gonna start off with a little NBA. We're gonna talk about LeBron not being a starter for what, like the first time in like 20 years. I want to say. I think
21.
we had
Yeah.
21 years.
Basically every year outside of his rookie year, which he didn't go to the All Star game, but every other year he's been an All Star and a starter.
So, um, I'm gonna speak for myself, just being a LeBron fan or whatnot. Like, um, I don't care. I mean, because when you look, I mean, if you look at the West, I mean, of course, you got Luca, Jokic, Shea, Wemby, Curry, Giannis, or yeah. I mean, well, not Giannis, but you got all those guys. I mean, does he? Who do you like? You said, like we were saying yesterday, like who do you really take off? I
I
mean, to,
I
to
don't know.
put
I
him
feel like
over.
he could have possibly got Steph's spot. Steph actually should have lost his spot to Anthony Edwards, arguably. But I mean, that's a different story. I don't know. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. But do I think he should have started, given what he's done for the game? And like we talked about last night, like of course, now everybody wants to be all literal. Well, is he literally having a better season than other guys? No. But the All Star game's never been literal, so it's kind of funny how you know everything's out the window now when it comes to just having an All Star game. But I mean, it's cool. It is what it is. I feel like it's a tad bit disrespectful, but
I
it
mean,
is.
he's averaging what 28, or no? Curry's averaging 28. I'm just trying to see, like, I don't see a lot of. I mean, outside of Luca doing his thing. I mean, Jokic 29, 12, and 11. Shea 31, 4 and 6.
Guys are definitely hooping, but
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm saying. I mean,
oh
even Wemby's 24, 24, 10, and damn near 3 blocks. So
I don't know if I recall Kobe ever coming off the bench in an All Star game, even down the stretch when he was healthy. I could be wrong.
no, I don't either.
Even
But I
his
mean,
last one, where I don't even know how many points he was averaging his last season. He still started the All Star game. Granted,
yeah,
maybe the NBA will make it happen for LeBron's last once he confirms that it's his last time, but
that's fair too.
he could have been in the starting lineup, bro.
Yeah, and even if he didn't play that long, like you could
Right.
have started him and you know what I mean, sat him at the
Yeah,
first dead ball.
maybe they might do that. I don't know. I just thought it
That's
was
true.
odd that he didn't get the fan vote. That just goes to show you that people really hate LeBron. Like that's just what that goes to show you. Because I mean, granted, I haven't voted. We talked about it last night. You didn't vote, but I haven't voted. I probably haven't voted for All Star games since high school. Just keeping
That's
it
fair.
100. But for the people who were voting for him to all of a sudden not vote for him now, it's crazy to me. It's just
Yeah,
absolute outright disrespectful. But I mean, what do we expect when it comes to LeBron? Like, I think we're pretty much used to it as fans at this point. So I mean, it is what it is. He probably didn't want to go anyway, but I mean, I still think he will. Which, I
yeah.
think, well, yeah, I think
And
he
like
will.
we were saying, it's in LA also. Like, I mean, he lives in LA, so it's like
Yeah, like there's no
it's not
reason.
like you got to travel or anything to go to the game. So
Yeah, I mean, he's
I
gonna
mean,
have to travel back from wherever he is, because
yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, just for that,
that
that
last
weekend,
game,
usually that Thursday, there's no game. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah, he's probably gonna go
accommodating.
to wherever he is, he's going, and then come back. Because I think the last 2 years he's done that same thing. He hasn't been participating in the entire weekend
Yeah.
for at least the last couple years. So, you know,
Um, oh, got
we'll
Justin.
see.
Let's get Justin in here. He just jumped in the mix. Yo yo,
What's going on?
What's up,
nothing
bro?
much. We were just talking about LeBron not being a starter for like the first time in 21 years at an All Star game. Even though we know the All Star game is what it's being, and they still trying to figure that out. What do you think about that? Do you think they should just make him an honorary starter just based on how long he's been going to the All Star game and his contribution to the NBA?
No,
Yeah, I think we knew the answer to that from him.
I
Like,
was just asking.
it's like,
Okay. Because I'm looking at their schedule. Yeah, February 12th, that Thursday is Dallas. And then they don't have another game to the 20th. So like that week in between. That's the 8 days.
yeah, he's gonna be
So
out. He's probably shitty that he's just gonna have to be in LA, but
but I
he's
mean, I
gonna
think
make it in.
their next game is at the Clippers, so he'll still be in LA.
Random, but I wonder what you guys thought about this. When teams play road games in the same city, do you think they drive to the arena themselves, or do you think they still travel as a team?
Definitely drive. I mean,
Do you think they pull up at the Clippers arena like it's a Staples Center and park and get out?
I,
yes,
I
You think
wouldn't
so?
see why we
I mean,
wouldn't,
I would.
because it's
It
like a
would make
home game.
sense, but it's almost like do the teams have like player parking for two teams in that instance, or maybe they've already thought about that. Like,
Yeah, I think they probably do.
since
They
we
probably
play in this,
share it.
we
Yeah,
have to have
yeah.
enough parking. That's just something I've always wondered.
Especially like the Lakers and the Clippers with them first sharing a
Yeah,
stadium, so definitely at the whatever it's called now.
crypto.com.
Yeah, Crypto Stadium. There's definitely enough for two parking because they shared it for so long. And
Yeah,
you would imagine that the Clippers would build the same thing over there, just knowing that there's another team in town that they play 4 times a year. So
but then it's like, do you make this extra parking for 2 games a year?
I think you do.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just
I
I
mean,
always wondered.
it wouldn't make
And it's
sense
like
not to.
you get to the Mets and the Yankees, and they play like 3 days in a row when they play. They play like a series. So it's just like I've always wondered. They just go home, drive themselves home after every game, and just pull back up. Like it's weird.
I would
Yeah,
imagine so. Even for like the Rams and the Chargers, I'm sure they
Yeah.
do.
yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, they would have to because they actually share it. So yeah, there would be no doubt that they do it. So it's actually
Yeah.
the same facility. But I've always wondered that. It was just random. Since you mentioned that, I was like,
I think you prepare for that. Um, but yeah, man, it doesn't seem like. I mean, you haven't heard anything about LeBron actually tripping about it, so
nah.
I don't think he can. At this point, it's like I done it for so long. It's gonna be rare for somebody else to start for 21 consecutive All Stars. You know what
That's
I mean?
probably never
So
gonna happen.
you know what I'm saying. So it's like, So just wanted to point that out. This conversation we was had over the weekend. Um, let's talk about the important stuff, man. Congrats to IU, man. It was a good game. Definitely better than what probably a lot of people thought it was going to be.
Yeah, definitely better than I thought it was gonna be. But
Um, I
Miami
mean, I
still
don't.
never really had control of it. So even
Yeah,
though the score showed a 6 point game, I mean, they had their opportunities, but they at no point in the game like had control of it. So it was kind of still like a wire to wire for IU in the literal and the in the literal sense, as well as physically. So, but
I mean, but I think Miami, like, all you could ask for was a chance to win the game at the end of the game. You know what I mean? In the fourth quarter, like,
they
and you
got it.
had that opportunity. That's literally all you could ask for. I mean, of course, nobody wanted to blow out or nothing like that. And I didn't feel like it was going to be with Miami's defense, but I mean, you had a chance to win the game, and that's all you could ask for is an opportunity to win the game at some point. So, and they just didn't convert. What was your thoughts on it, Justin? Did you watch last night? I'm sure you did.
Yeah, yeah. I watched it. I mean, it was a good game. It was a good. Ruben Bain is a dog. That's a dog.
He'll end
But
up
now,
on the Ravens some kind of way.
no, they're really gonna get Joey Bosa, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Hmm.
Um,
Probably.
I would say I agree. I agree with Jared where I felt like when I watched it, every time Miami had a chance to change the momentum, IU made a play. So you never felt like Miami truly got control of the game, even when they did make plays, because
Gotta be close.
they make a play and then IU blocks the punt. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It
Or
was
That was the
irrelevant. Right. Right.
game.
yeah,
Like,
it was always IU making a play when they needed it. Like they're
mhm.
running back on 3rd and 17 and rushes for 19. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they were just making plays when they needed to. So I felt pretty good about it. Although I did I did not like the fact that they weren't as aggressive as I would have been to end the game and settle for the field goal. But I mean, it is what it is. They had a lot of confidence in their defense, and rightfully so.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just what blew my mind the most about the game is they completed a perfect season, and I'm not even speaking record wise. That team didn't make any mistakes all year, any mistakes, and it's just like the way they won the games too. It's just like it's crazy because like quarterback had no touchdowns, well, no passing touchdowns. Both the
Yep.
running backs had no rushing touchdowns.
Yep.
If I told you that before the game, you'd be like, oh, Miami must have just shut them complete. They just they just found another way to win. And then
Yeah.
it's like number 80. I think he should have been the I thought he should have been the MVP. That dude,
Becker. Yeah, he made some huge
yeah.
catches. Boy. He made some huge catches.
And he made some against us too. He made
Yeah, he
two
did.
huge catches against us.
Mhm.
Like that guy, I just don't know how you assemble a team. But then on the flip side of that, the age. I never really
Yep.
thought that mattered until we saw it this season. We saw
Yes, we did.
that age matters. And then you
Yep.
think about Miami's best player, that wide receiver, Malachi Tony. He
He's a
turned
freshman.
18 back in September.
Yep.
He's out
Hmm.
there playing against guys that are 24,
Yep.
25, 24, 25 on that IU defense. That's a big ass gap. And it's like it
Mhm.
never really hit
That's
me until last night. You
5 years.
got
Yeah.
barely 18 and 24, 25.
All
You
right,
know,
you
and
you bring up a question that I'm gonna ask just because it's always been one that I've asked. I'm just curious to hear people's opinion.
yeah.
Do you agree that there should be an age limit in terms of players leaving from being able to go to the NFL? You know, that 3 years removed from high school.
So you mean should they be able to go sooner or should it be like
Yes.
limited to
Should they? Do you agree with that, or do you think they should be able to go sooner?
I don't. I ain't never really thought. I've got an answer to a variation of your question, but that specific question, I don't really know. 'Cause I mean, I don't really know. I guess no, I don't agree with it. I mean, if you feel like you're ready, as at 18, 19 years old to go to the NFL, because I mean, what if you're a place kicker? Why do
Hmm.
you have to go to college for 3 years?
Yep.
So do I think that every 18-year-old is physically prepared for the NFL? Absolutely not. But some are. Like I think Jeremiah Smith probably could have done it.
Yeah.
You know, there's some other guys. I haven't thought about this question ahead of time, so I don't really have a list of guys that I think that could fit that criteria. But
Well, when you said the age gap, that was kind of my thing, and this was probably a few years ago now, where the conversation came, and I said, "There's already age gaps," and I get it. The 24-year-old is more developed than the 18-year-old, but at the same time, that doesn't mean he's going to get hurt by playing with him.
right,
As you can see last
That's
night,
fair. Yeah.
he just plays smarter. You know what I mean? So even and it actually takes me back to like the was it Maurice Claret and the was it Mike Williams at USC who
yeah,
tried to go to the league early and were not able to go because of the rule. It's the stuff that like that made me think. It's like I think there are some guys that physically are able and capable of playing in the league at a you know 18, 19 years old. I don't like the 3 year rule personally, but that's just me.
yeah. I think it's really just because I was going to say I think it makes the product better. But with transfer portal, it don't
It's
really. 'Cause I mean, you could be out 3 years and go to three different schools, and you know what I'm saying. So it ain't like that improves the product that we're watching. I don't really know. I honestly don't even really have an opinion on that. So I guess the default would be to not make them go. So I mean, it's a shit show anyway. Like
mhm.
the NCAA clearly has no control over college athletics anymore. So might as well let them go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, what's the penalty? You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
not
Like,
a shit show at this point. Now NFL teams might be like, we don't want you, but then that's on them, right? That's
Correct.
if they decide to give up their eligibility.
college eligibility to go to the draft because they think they're good enough, and then they don't make it. Then that's on you. That's your decision.
See, that was
Can't go
always my argument for the NBA and college basketball with this one and done rule. That was always my argument there. Where if NBA type personnel, however you want to word it, whoever it is, if they don't think a kid is good enough, then don't take them.
right.
But I don't know why you keep kids from coming out of high school when school ain't for everybody. Let's just be real, man. School ain't for
Yeah,
everybody, man. So I mean, if you don't think a kid's good enough, then no. That kid end up overseas or something. That's fine. You know what I mean? But college wasn't gonna be for him. So give him
Gotta
an
think they're
opportunity.
wasting these scholarships anyway. Like,
Yeah, that part.
that part. Yeah,
That part.
yeah.
Because there are kids who need college to develop.
right.
You know what I mean? So let that be the place for that. But that's here nor there. Not to regress from that question, but
No, no.
just
That was a great question. That was a great question. Because I mean, we talk about it in NBA. It's not so much talked about in NFL. Like,
mm-mm.
should they be? I mean, because you got some linemen, like you got some big boys. You know what I mean? That could
Yeah,
probably hold their own in the
yeah.
NFL. D linemen. You know what I mean? Like O linemen. Like, do I gotta do 3 years? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm already 6'4", 290. Like, I mean, you can't teach that. What we doing? I mean, so nah, like you said, kickers and things of that nature. Like, what are we doing? So nah, I definitely agree with those. Um, so some people are saying this. I do you think this is the greatest championship ever?
Absolutely. I do. I think I do.
Depends
For a
on what you
few
mean
reasons,
by
like
it.
one of which I already went over. Like, man, they've played perfect foot. I mean, they made no mistakes, bruh. They made no mistake. I've never seen that before. They make no mistakes. They went through the playoffs with no turnovers. Like, our run last year was pretty decent, but I mean, we turned them all over. Like, we faced some adversity a little bit. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, they just I've never seen anything like it. You know, and as much as it pains me to admit that, this is only 16-0 team. I mean, it's hard to say that anybody else's run was better than theirs.
What was you gonna say, Justin?
My answer would depend upon what they mean by that question.
So like, as far as I mean, dominating. I mean, like this. I mean, the way they won. I mean, just all things that you would factor into something, considering something a great season from beginning to end.
Uh, it may be one of the greatest stories because of the turnaround in IU
Oh yeah,
football,
facts.
but in terms of great, no, and I only say that because I remember some of the, I can't remember exactly which team, but some of the Miami Hurricanes teams that I watched back in the day, man, they were so daggone dominant and crazy to watch. USC, some of
They
those
had a run
teams,
for a minute too.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like some of them teams were just crazy good. I mean, if we're gonna be real, what I saw Cam Newton do at Auburn was freaking
That
crazy.
that year
Like
was crazy
that
too.
was crazy. Like some of that stuff, it just that I don't. So
Yeah,
story, yes, but in terms of dominance, I
like
can't say
run, like a
like
single year run.
yeah,
You could probably put it. Okay, you got some other one. Nah, I agree with that because even Alabama, like they had a couple runs. I mean, everybody. I
yeah.
mean, you can look at some Ohio State
Vince Young
runs.
at Texas. I
Yeah,
mean,
None
hey,
of
that was a
ours. Nah. I don't even know if we had. Well, we had the '03 championship was undefeated, but like
and that's what I'm
last
thinking.
year
I'm thinking like maybe like putting like two seasons like this together where
we
you
lost
had
six
a
times
good,
last
you know what
year.
I mean, a good season and maybe came back the next year and won it. Like I mean, even Florida. You know, the Tim Tebow
Yeah,
year. Like, you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
I
there's some
think
teams that put together two like dominant seasons back to back, and maybe didn't
for
win it the
me
first year
though,
and won it the second.
for me, what makes this different is we have a playoff now. So that's more games that you have to win to get it done. Um,
Mm.
back I don't did they have an SEC championship back in Florida days when they was how long was the SEC
SEC, yeah,
championship?
yeah,
Okay, I mean
yeah.
like the actual championship game.
Yes, yes, I
Okay,
believe
because the
so.
Big Ten one just started in 2010s, 2011, somewhere around in there. So I wasn't sure if the SEC had, but
Yeah, I
I
think the
just think
SECs
like
have been around longer.
it's just a lot more hurdles now than it was for any other team except for us last year. But they did it undefeated,
Yeah,
so it's like, I mean, 12-team playoff, Big Ten championship. That's a lot. That's a lot.
they did
So, I mean,
accomplish a
I
lot
think
in
it's
one
just
year. I mean,
hard.
you got the Heisman champion, you got the national championship, like you said, you got the Big Ten championship. I mean, going undefeated, you didn't lose.
Undefeated.
I
16.
mean,
Ain't
even look
nobody
at
ever won 16 games.
and then look to that Penn State game, that catch, like, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah,
that.
bro.
You know what I mean? That could have been you know what I mean, a asterisk
And
on the season, and
and
then
the fact that they only beat Old Dominion by like 2 touchdowns first week of the season.
yeah,
Like I
like
when I seen that game, I was like, oh, here we go. IU's back. The real IU. Shit. The turning point for me is when they beat the sleeves off of I've said this before on the show, when they beat the sleeves off of Illinois. When I seen that game, I was like, oh yeah, they serious. And I immediately looked at our schedule. I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna beat them 60-10. That's that's not gonna happen. Like, it's
What
not even
about
in our DNA to have won that game 60-10, and they did it. So I was like, yeah, they serious. And that was
what
maybe
about LSU and Joe Burrow year?
they gave up a lot of
that,
points defensively though. That's the
yeah,
only thing
they
about them.
went
They gave
undefeated too,
up
didn't they?
a lot of
Yeah,
points.
Uh,
They gave
yeah,
up a
I
lot
believe
of.
they were undefeated.
So that would be the only difference. IU had like one of the most efficient offenses and defenses.
Yeah,
LSU's defense that year was kind of. I mean, people was putting up numbers on them. They won, but people was putting up numbers on that LSU team. And then still it comes back to the 16 games. Granted, they didn't have the chance to play 16 games, but I don't want to take that away from, what IU did. So I don't know.
no,
Now, if you're
that's
looking at Heisman for Heisman, I mean, Joe Burrow's Heisman season smoked this kid's Heisman season, but that ain't really what it's about. That wasn't the question. So, you know,
no, for sure, for sure. All right, one more thing. So I was reading, and we've been talking about this on the show for a couple months now about the format changing from 12 to 16. So right now, I see Justin shaking his head already. Uh, so now, from what I've been reading, it's coming down to the SEC and the Big Ten determining their presidents determining if they're going to go from 12 to 16. So right now, the Big Ten is saying they want to go from 12 to 16 only if in 3 years the SEC agrees to go to 24.
man, fuck that. No, no.
mm-mm. This is just starting to look.
And he was saying, and SEC is opposing that because they don't want to get rid of the conference championships. So that's the
Yeah,
holdup right now with making that decision.
y'all know how I feel. Get rid of the conference championship. Just award the conference championship to the best team. The best
Yep,
team.
yep,
The highest record, whatever.
The
yep,
best team in
Yep.
the conference with the
yep.
best record in the conference. Yeah.
Yep. And then just start the playoffs. 16 teams, everybody plays, no buys, run it.
I agree with that also. I don't know why Big Ten is hijacking the conference championship. Like, you know what I mean? To go to 24, like 24 is too much.
That's too
You know what I
much.
mean? That's
I mean,
like
what are you
every
gonna put
ranked team is
the
in.
number one team against the 24 team? Like, how does it even work? Like, who wants to
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
I
Then
mean,
you're gonna have two
16
against
doesn't work.
23?
I mean,
Like,
the
that's
That's what I'm
12.
saying. They haven't even got to that point because they can't even agree on it. But I mean, exactly. Like, how does that work?
I mean,
Like,
even
you're
though
gonna
the
do this
games
like March
do.
Madness?
Yeah, like no, man.
Like,
This is the stuff that gets watered down, and then it starts to take away from it. You know
yeah.
what
yeah.
I'm saying? Nah. Mm-mm.
So we'd end up with less lower quality football than we have now. Like
Yeah.
we
Nobody's gonna watch those first rounds, like you said. If it's
No.
one versus 24, two versus 20, like nobody's gonna watch Ohio State versus Tulane. Like
yeah, well, no
nobody's
one's
gonna watch that first
No.
round because they're gonna assume that the top seeds are gonna dominate, which this year should have showed you that when you put Tulane and
Yeah.
Jerry
Come
Madison,
on,
that
man.
shows you like
Come on, man.
even if you drop them in the pool of the top 10, they're not competing.
No.
You know what I mean? Not even close. And
I
the
think they
teams they
just need
lost
to,
to, they got smoked in the next round. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't
yeah.
even. It was just oddly bad.
I would say
So,
keep it at 12, possibly move it to 16, but that's it. But get rid of the automatic crap. Just
and that's what they were saying. Like if they
rank
can't
the
agree,
teams because and it's
I
like
think it's like a week they
I
got
get
to
I
agree.
get why you're trying to like include conference champions because somebody's there's always going to be somebody mad because if you do just straight up 1 through 12, then number 13 is going to be like, well, we should have.
Too
There's
bad. You
always
should
going to
have
be
won.
there's always going to be some team that's going to feel left out. But I'd rather that you tell me, hey, we're ranking you number 13. You got to sit this one out. Than saying I rank you number 11, but since you didn't win a conference championship, we put number 17. That's stupid. That makes no sense.
Yeah,
It makes
no.
no sense. I'd rather just be like, hey, we cutting it off at 12. If you 13, you cooked. But like having that final ranking saying, hey, yeah, you're the 11th team in the country, but you're not getting in the 12 because we got to put the highest rated conference champion. It makes no sense, bro. So whoever thought of that rule is just put the top 12 teams in.
Yeah, but I think they was kind of like looking at the NFL in a way and kind of like doing, you know what I mean,
I don't
winning
agree with that
divisions and
either.
getting in. No, I'm just saying, I'm
I don't,
just saying like they
I
were.
don't
It
like it
looked
either.
like they were trying to copy that in
I think that's
in some
stupid.
form or
Or
fashion.
even if you since it's it's the conference champion or division champions in NFL is a little bit more condensed. Even if you take those, but then just rank them 1 through. I don't think a team that finishes 9-8 or 8-9 wins a division should have a home game. Just because when you got teams that are you got a division with a team that
You got a
finishes.
wild card team that's that's
Yeah,
11-3 or 11-5 or
yeah,
something like that,
that,
and they got to
I
play
don't
on the
agree.
road on
Yeah,
to a
I
team
don't agree with that.
that's 8-9 or 9-8.
Yeah, if you want to keep the automatic bids for the division champions, cool. Just rank them. Just put them in the playoffs in order and
The only
let it
team that gets home games should be
the top seeds.
the top seeds and let you know what I mean. Let everything else play out by record.
Yep.
No, I agree with that.
But I'm we had this discussion one day, and I don't even want to like go into our whole tangent again. But I'm cool if they eliminate the buy. I don't like that either. But
Yeah, we did talk about that.
that's something that's just an opinion. I'm not saying that there's any factual. It's just my opinion. I don't agree with the buy. I don't like it.
What do you think, Justin, as far as how they should? I mean, do this playoff? Do you think it should go to 16? Keep it at 12? I know we definitely don't agree on 24. And what about buys? Do you care?
I don't care one way or the other, but I mean, to me, I wouldn't be mad if they keep it at 12 and get rid of the bye. Just play straight up at 12. Keep it moving.
That wouldn't work like numbers wise though, because they have to make it like it would still have to be a bracket because you would end up with
If it's 12 teams, wouldn't it be 6 games?
Yeah.
it would be six, and so then you would get the six opponents, and then you would end up with three teams after that second week, and there would have to be equal. You would have to go 2, 4, 8.
Oh,
It
it
would
won't be
I see
even.
what
The
you're saying.
winners,
right,
yeah,
It'll be a game
yeah.
short, essentially.
but you
Of
could make it. I think.
But you can
14.
even if we apply the same logic, the number one team gets a bye,
Yeah,
and then you know what I mean. Go that route.
Or
that would
move it
work.
to
But,
move it to 14 teams. Add two more teams to equal that out.
it
Yeah.
still would work. It would have to be 16. It would have to be 16. If there's no buys, it would have to be 16, 8, 4, 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
not
for
for
the
just
numbers to work
14.
out, then 16. Yeah, 16
Yeah,
then.
Do
that
like
was it.
My
16
Yeah,
bad.
games by or something like that.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's fine. I mean, I guess 16 works if you, but just eliminate the bye and keep it moving. I'm fine. I like that would be fine, but I
And
think
then and then
anything
and
beyond
it's like
16 is way too many. I'd
they
rather
can't
use
complain
I
about
agree
they
with
can't
that too.
complain
Let's
about
make it real
revenue because those top four teams also get a home game for the playoffs. I mean, I feel like if you want to name it the Yoo-Hoo Bowl or the Trojan Condom Bowl, whatever you want to do, whatever. Like make the money, whatever. I don't care about that. But
Yeah.
it's still like the revenue's still there. So
No, I agree with that.
sports now is just all about money. I was talking to
yeah.
my stepdad about this yesterday. We were over there because he was trying to figure out why he has to have so many different services to watch the games. I'm just like, it's a money grab.
It's a
I
money
was just
grab.
like, if HGTV came to the NBA and was like, hey, we got 3 billion, can we get a couple games a week?
They're
NBA
gonna
gonna be
give
like,
it
oh
to you.
yeah, and then we
Yep.
gonna be watching the Lakers and the Spurs on HGTV.
Yep.
They don't care about what the fan wants to see. It's the
No.
money.
Or what's
So
convenient for the fans. They
they,
don't
they, they
care.
don't care about that. They don't care about none of that. It's the
Not
money.
not
Whoever
until
comes with that
not
bag.
until the oh, go ahead, my bad.
No, I was finished. I was just saying whoever comes with the money is gonna get the concession. So
Yeah, I was gonna say the only way that that changes is if the consumers make them feel it in the pockets.
yep,
And but
exactly.
until you have people who are willing to take that stance, they're gonna continue to do what they do.
Yep,
To your point, because
that's
it's all
it.
about the money.
We're
So,
gonna keep
It's just
watching
like ESPN
NFL
getting
on
getting
Netflix.
getting all the playoff games.
yep, yep.
Like they have a voice in this playoff too. You know what I mean? So like
Hmm.
they're one of the deciding voices on that number two if it changes or not.
And then
So
all they're gonna do is for once this contract expires, they're just gonna put it up to have everybody else bid on it.
That's big.
And then don't
Yep,
be surprised if the playoffs is on TNT, UP, well, what's the
it's
others?
gonna be on.
TBS,
It's gonna be
True
Fox
TV, and
Sports 2.
yeah,
yeah, right,
you just
right.
don't know. Whoever comes with the money, because I never thought I'd be watching NBA. Well, watch a season where TNT doesn't have NBA games. Here we
Yeah,
are. Money
yep.
talks.
Yep.
Now we're
No, for
watching. We
sure.
got we got
Watching it on Prime.
yeah, and we got fucking games on NBC during the week.
Yep,
Regular.
Yeah,
I'm like, shit. I could have been without cable. I'd have just watched the NBA on the NBC nights.
you got that
for
right.
sure. For sure. For sure.
So yes, whoever got the money, man. And he was just like, yeah, I don't understand why. I'm like, hey, they don't care.
Because
At
They
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 know
all.
you're gonna go
they
buy
paying
that
it
subscription.
to,
You
they
because you want to watch the game.
And
right.
that's what
They
it's
can be
all
paying it
about.
to more
People
services. They
people
will.
people are consuming most of their content on their phones, and so if you got an app, you can lock in. Ain't no
Yeah,
TNT app. Not
yeah,
that I know of. You
yeah.
know what I
There
mean?
actually is, which is crazy. And then
It
also like
is. Oh,
I
see,
had
I didn't even
Yeah,
seen
know.
it is. I used to have it when they were
yeah,
having more stuff on there.
Oh, see, that's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. Like, but everybody know Peacock. Peacock is popular, so you can jump on there and, like you said, watch the NBC games.
yep.
So,
That's the
but
world we live in, man. It's just all is ruled by money. They don't
no,
Yep.
give a
for
shit
sure.
about what's convenient, like you said, convenient for the fan or what the fan wants. I don't care nothing
Okay.
about that.
Mm-mm.
So, kind of coming back to the original conversation. So, IU winning with like no 5 stars, no 4 stars. Do we start rating players differently now? Does that matter? Do
I've
we start
always
looking
thought
at
that
it
was silly anyway.
I've always hated it anyway. They rate
Yeah,
kids when they
yeah.
5 years old. Who cares?
right.
So
And it's
the
too
rating
many.
system is stupid. So
It's too many damn high schools. There's no way that you can tell me that this kid is better than this kid when there's
no,
how many high schools is in the country. Like
who knows?
there's no way that you can
No,
like that you can put a
no.
ranking. I've never understood it. Never
Like
understood.
accurately rank a
Yeah,
kid
yeah, you do
from
understand, Jared.
Indiana and
You
then
do
ranking
understand.
another one in Arizona. Like, is the
All the way
competition
from
the
Miami,
same? Is it?
Florida, all
Yeah.
the way to Alaska, from Southern California to New York. There's no way that
But
there's.
you do understand it though. You know why? Money. You already said it.
Well,
It's
that's
money,
true too.
man. It's that's all it is. It drives money. It drives interest in players, so it allows them to get their name out. Allows them to build up kids when they in middle school through high school, builds their brand up, and then they benefit when they get by the time they get to
They can
college.
sell it.
Well,
Yep.
it's even earlier now. It's in high school now that they're able to make the money off of these kids. So you know what it is. Come on, you know what it is. Be honest. It's money. Like you
It
said,
is
it's
always money.
everything comes down to money. And how can they monetize somebody? Period.
That's it.
Period.
Yep. No, I agree. I agree. I was just thinking about that because they were talking about earlier today, just with them. recruiting differently, and how did he get, the guys that he get, the buy-in and all those things. And it's like they were talking, of course they're going to talk about the stars and whatever, and it's like they didn't have any. So I was like, I wondered, will that start changing the mindset with coaches and scouts and stuff, start looking at these high school kids differently. It's not like, hey, this is a 5-star receiver from, wherever. It's like, all right, like, how does he fit in, like, things that they looking at the intangible things.
And then what they talking about the stars is out of high school. Nigga, you're 26. You're a
Correct.
fucking 8-star at this
Yeah,
point. Like you're a fucking third year NFL player. Like
correct.
so I don't
You're
even want to
correct.
hear that. Oh, we only had he's a two Fernando, he's not a 2-star no more. He's had 4 years of college football.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Like,
he's ready.
five, I think, damn near. So like I don't understand that point. But I'm not one of the ones who, oh no, their win isn't legitimate because they had, oh no, they did everything by the book so that they could have that. But don't want to hear that, oh, I'm a 2-star, I'm a 3-star, bro. You got a wife and 3 kids. Like, like
You on your second marriage, homie? What you
yeah,
mean?
bro, like you
Second
I don't want to hear
marriage is
that. Like, wait,
crazy.
man. We talking about some stars that you was given 5 years ago. Like you got 4, 5, 6 years of college football experience. So that don't apply no more. Now I
And the
can
beauty
see
Um,
is,
if you say I beat you with all 2-star freshmen, then even sophomores, then okay, like yeah. But 26-year-olds talking about some I was a 2-star out of high school, bro. I don't want to hear that. Like you're 26. Like I don't want to
the
hear that.
the beauty though
oh
about
man,
it is there's very few coaches who can do what he does. So what he's doing is not going to be easily replicated. So they
Yeah,
have
no,
a chance to be good for a long period of time because of who he is as a coach and his
yeah,
ability to get the most out of those guys. So
fact,
regardless, he's got a good system. I'll say that,
fact.
and they do have a chance to be good for a period of time, for a long period
Fact.
of time.
I was reading up on him, and I don't think a lot of people know. I bet all these brand new IU fans don't even know his backstory. But like them
It's
coordinators, they've
mhm.
been with him since day one.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So you talking they're linked because
Yep.
they're not you know leftovers from another university, or I went
Mhm.
here and I had to lose him, and or
or
he
I
went
poached
here
him
and
off of him, or yeah, no,
ever since he's been a head coach, he's had those same coordinators,
Yep.
and that's underrated. That's
Oh, 100%.
underrated.
Yeah.
That really, really
Huge.
makes a difference. And
It's
something
huge.
else that I read up on him about is he's very particular when he's selecting players. He says
Mhm.
sometimes they'll be like, Signetti will be like, you know what? I don't like the way he walks. I'm gonna pass on him. You know what I'm saying? So he really be locked in to everything, including
Mhm.
body movements, everything down to a T. And
and,
they have a system. So like it's because I don't know if y'all know by now, but stuff that I don't understand bothers me. So if I don't understand something, like it gets under my skin. So I just had to go dig, and I'm like, what is this guy doing? It's beyond X's and O's. What is this guy doing? How is he able to do this? And I found out that them coordinators is locked in. Like, and it's one thing when you got coordinators that falls so much in line with what you got going on. They not going nowhere. They
Nah.
both just resign,
Yep.
and it's
Nah.
like that's underrated. Like even Nick Saban's losing assistants and coordinators left.
every year.
Yeah, every year. So to have two guys that you know that are locked in, and you know you can give them the one. I think the defensive coordinator, he hired him his first job for 8,000 a year. You have that man sold, so you can give him one, two, three, 100,000, a million, whatever. He's in there because he started from the bottom. So like that stuff makes a difference. So not
Mhm.
only do they have the right players and they got older players and experienced players, they have those coordinators, all those coaches, and they've been running the same band since he started. That's important. That's something that you don't see. You don't see that these
Yeah.
days. That's
And another thing I heard too is like he checks grade
yep,
averages in high school. He
yep,
checks attendance records.
yep,
Like, is this dude punctual? Like, is he
yep.
late a lot? Like,
I
all
read
the
that.
character
Read that
things,
too.
intangible things. Like, no, what you saying is true. He definitely does his homework.
Yep,
You are not making it on his team accidentally.
yep. And he
No.
hand picks everybody.
Yep.
Yep.
Everybody hand picks.
Yep. No, for sure, for sure.
So
Well, we'll see, man. Next year, man. I guess the expectations. I mean, they're tied right now in the odds to with Ohio State to win the national championship next year, but we know how
I
that go.
mean, you got to think this is the first year. Next year is going to be the first year IU has expectations though now. So you got to
Yeah,
see how they deal with that. Now there's an expectation. You don't won the national championship and won undefeated. Now that expectation is going to be there of you got not only do you got to make the bowl, you
you
got
got
to
to
make
go.
some noise now. You know what I mean? Like it's, I ain't gonna say championship or bust, but it's dang near championship or bust. So now it's great that they won the national championship, but people got to understand. To your point, where you talking about real IU fans, because I know some people who have been IU fans since. I mean, even when IU was bad, bad, they still was IU fans. Like they ain't changed.
Yeah, I
And
don't know
they'll-
nothing.
oh, I do. I work with a couple. Yeah,
Everybody around me has been, just and it's just like even I went there back in, '06. How many football games have you been to since?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been to more IU football games than a lot of these people that are IU fans all of a sudden. So it's just like, man. And I
Yeah,
and then again, and that's not me being petty. That's just something that I don't understand. So like I said earlier, stuff that I don't understand bothers me. Why you would want to be so attached to a winner that you're gonna put on a whole facade? It's like a mental illness, and I don't understand it. So that's why I've been off avoiding social media because that kind of stuff just it irks me. So that's
yeah.
just me.
Let's see. 715 losses is the most recorded by any team in 156-year college football. Indiana held that record.
yeah.
All time 3-8 in bowl games. Um,
Three, you only been to 11 bowl games in the history of your school.
Yeah.
since 1887.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, that tells you what this has done for the program. But like I said, I think it's underrated too. I don't think people understand. It's easier to win when nobody expects you to win.
Oh
But
yeah,
then when there's an expectation now of you to be here, and it's not going to matter if you get hurt or have injury, like none of that's going
Don't
to matter.
matter. None of that's gonna matter.
Now there's an
you getting
expectation. So
everybody's
now,
best shot too.
yep, everybody's best shot. So now I want to see how they respond next season to see. And again, it ain't about them necessarily winning the national championship, but let's
But
see.
are
I
they
mean,
still competing at
are you
that
still
level?
competing? Yeah, are you still competing at
Yeah,
that level? You know
because
what I
I
mean?
think for the first time ever in any of our lives, Ohio State will be the underdog at IU next season.
Facts. Yeah.
I don't think that's ever been the case, and we're more than
No,
likely going to
no,
be,
that ain't never been the
unless
case.
they start off slow, unless they lose a game or two, and then we go undefeated. But like now, I'm guarantee you that we would be the underdog in that game,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
it's never happened. So they definitely got they definitely gonna have to step it up, take it to another
Mhm.
level. But the way he's coaching that team and
I
how
expect them to.
disciplined they are, and it's
Mhm.
even when they got like them false starts, I was like, whoa,
It's
because
so
they
And
changed
he
it.
was
uncharacteristic.
pissed.
He was
Oh,
hot,
he was hot. He was
He
hot.
was pissed. And I'm like, bro, that's one false. Y'all got two. Y'all have had two flags on y'all the whole game.
but
Like,
that guard
but
Smith,
that's
his false start took him from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6, and that was a crucial play. That's where
no
Crucial.
for sure
that was one of those plays where I said that could have changed the momentum if Miami was able to
to
take
capitalize.
advantage.
That
Yeah,
that's what gave him a chance. Because
yeah,
when they
it
went
is.
2nd and 1, they ran that ball 9 yards. 2nd and 1, I'm
Yes,
like,
sir.
oh, that's
That
the
game
game.
over. Yep,
That's a
game over.
wrap. Because all they needed was they didn't even need the field goal. If they
No,
had
they
got
just did
that
the first.
converted that would have
That's
been
it.
it.
Yep, that was
Yep.
it.
That
No,
was
for
it.
sure.
They had no more timeouts. I think they had like one at that point,
Yeah,
but
they had one. They had
they
one.
convert that first down, it's a wrap. That's ball game.
And that's what I'm saying. Like Miami, you couldn't ask for much more, but that
Mm,
chance at
mm-mm.
the end of the
They
game
had
to
an
go down the
offense in the
field
first half.
and
Like,
score.
no,
That's it and win it.
I don't even think they got what 3 first downs in the first half.
Yeah,
Nah.
no, it
Then
was
they missed that
horrible.
field goal. See,
Which
and that
yeah,
just
that
goes
was
back to
big.
everything I was saying last week. I'm like, they're gonna have to play a perfect game, and I'm just like, IU can play a half-ass game and still win. Like I said, no passing touchdowns for
Because
Fernando,
that's what I say.
no
That
rushing
wasn't
touchdowns,
IU's best game. Nowhere
No.
near
and they
But
still won.
on either side of the ball.
you want to know what really part of the difference was is to you guys' point, the discipline that IU showed. Miami had
Mhm.
a lot of penalties that killed them. A
Yeah,
lot of penalties that killed them at the wrong time. You know what I mean? Like even if they do away with half of them penalties, I'll be honest, we might be talking about Miami
Yeah.
being the champions.
There
Yeah,
But
was
they had
and
definitely some
it
third
was
down,
kind of
first
weird
downs
too.
on that team.
Like I don't know, like they was letting them play, but it seemed like
go ahead and say
IU
it.
was
Go ahead.
IU was getting some of the like calls
Yeah.
Miami way. And I'm like,
Yeah.
'cause me and Jerry, we literally sitting right there watching the game together, and it's just like, I'm like, bro, like he's grabbing him the same way. Did y'all not just see what
Yeah.
happened on that side of the
A
ball? Like
lot of 50-50
it
that
was
didn't
Yep.
go Miami's
man
way.
that does
Yep.
not
It
go
was.
Miami's way, and I was just kind of like, I don't know, I just felt some kind of way about it, but I'm like, I mean, what do you
Yeah,
say? Like,
it was some of that, but then that play earlier in the game where Buddy drilled his helmet dead into Mendoza's face. I said, now that should
Fact.
have been called. Like
That's a
I ain't
fact.
one who says anything about hitting quarterbacks, but that should have been called. Buddy took the crown of his head and he cracked Mendoza.
Yeah,
Like
nah, that's
crack.
fact.
and I know
Yeah,
sometimes ref when they miss something or they figure out they miss something. Oh dang, we missed that one. Like I know they kind of like try to tilt the scales
make
and
it up.
try to balance it back out,
Yep.
but I don't think it ever balanced back out in Miami's favor at all because it was a whole lot of grabs. The pass interference that they called on Miami, man, it was an egregious one on IU, and like I'm like, this dude, remember, because we was talking about it, like, he grabbed his arm when he tried to go up to catch the ball,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
dude had his whole arm over his
Yeah.
arm. We like, how
Yep.
can you,
And
there's
we
no way
sitting
to
here
catch a
thinking he
ball.
dropped it, but she couldn't get his
Yeah,
hand up.
he couldn't even
Like,
get his left arm up. It's like, so, it
And
was,
sometimes what I did notice on those, and I had to learn this. Forgot what it was that kind of had to remind me of it. The angle for the refs is different than what we see on the TV. So it'd be clear on the TV to us, but sometimes the ref who's in charge of some of that, they may have a different
they just
angle. And
can't
we all
see it.
know some of them angles, man, it's hard to tell. And I'll be honest, in those moments, I don't want to throw a flag on something that ain't a flag. I'd rather err on the side of caution. You know what I mean? Like
right.
I hate to be the one to
And I
change
get
a
that too.
game. So I kind of try to give them benefit of the doubt. But to your point, there were some that I thought were obvious, but I guess maybe not. Maybe they really couldn't see it from that angle. So I guess it is what it is.
Nah, fair enough, fair enough. I just wanted to point that out because I was just like, man, like, I know they letting them play, and it was a good game, and I think they should ref more like that. They should let them
Let them
play
play.
more.
Yep.
Um, I don't think penalties should ever decide a game.
No.
Ever ever like let the players' ability on the field determine the game, not a pass interference or whatever, unless it's just super egregious. If they both are grabbing and tussling, going for the ball, let them go for the ball.
For the ball.
May the
Yep.
best man win.
Feel
Yep.
that.
But yeah, no, I just seen a couple that was like, that probably could have helped Miami. Maybe
Yeah.
another first down in the first half. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Sustained another drive. You know what I mean? But again, Indiana was holding. There was a lot of holding on that D line. Like you see guys is like this close to Mendoza, and you looking at that old lineman, and so it was a good game, but it was also like it was some borderline calls that was missed.
Yeah, I would say on both
On the
sides
Indiana
though.
side. Yeah, on
I
both
would
sides. No,
say.
definitely on
Yeah,
both sides.
I would definitely not. I don't want anybody to get me
No, I'm not saying it was
misconstrued or whatever.
lopsided, but it was just like
Definitely,
Indiana's
yeah,
like was kind
not
of
enough
like
to.
yeah, it wasn't enough to make it. I don't think it was even, but it was just like untimely for Miami. So
Yeah,
that's mainly
thanks.
what I'm saying. Uh, but man, all right, let's jump over to the grown man league, man. Talk about these these NFL championship games coming up. Recap a little bit on last week. Well, first off, I guess we got to talk about these uh, these coaches being fired. So Buffalo's coach is now fired also.
I knew that
Crazy.
was
Uh,
coming. I knew that was coming. Yeah.
I didn't know if it was coming,
I didn't.
but
I
when
couldn't
I
get it
heard
off.
about it, I wasn't like, 9 years, and like I was kind of telling Jerry, like you've done it every which way. You've loaded up on defense, you've loaded up on offense, like you've
Which
had,
was also a great point too. That
you know
that
what
was.
I mean. You
I,
kind of you done
I
balanced it
love
out
great
on
points.
both sides, like you know what I mean. You done had everything you can have. Great running game this year. You done had great passing game with Diggs and all those guys, Gabe Davis and all them and tight ends. You done had it all. You got defensive linemen. You got the Joey. You done had it everything. The great DBs, like like what else can we give you on this team to help you be successful, and you keep losing to Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah. Can I say this though? I will say that the thing that I didn't understand though is I don't know if y'all remember before the season where Buffalo's GM was talking all that stash in terms of them having the receivers needed. Oh, did you got it? And it's like my thing is this: y'all didn't. They never have had receiver. Come on, like since Diggs was it, and then they never replaced that. So let's be real. So I don't understand how the GM kept his job, but I understand the coaching change. The same thing I told y'all with Baltimore. Same thing. Why I think Tomlin stepped away is I just think that certain organizations, for some organizations, winning the division is good enough, and that's good. They're good with that. Other
See, some
organizations,
organizations
their
less than
standards
that.
are higher. Yeah, like some is just we want to win a record, whatever it may be. But you're talking about organizations, such as whether it's the Steelers or Buffalo or even Baltimore, where winning the division, making the playoffs is no, no, no. That's the bare minimum. Now we got to see you elevate beyond that. And now, to his credit, coaching didn't lose them the game this year. Josh Allen just didn't play good, unfortunately, and they just didn't have enough to overcome some of his costly mistakes that he was making in the game. But ultimately, I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of the same thing that a lot of teams suffer from. They have a great quarterback that they want to be Superman, and when they can't be Superman, teams don't know how to win without because James Cook had a good game. He had a costly fumble, but like he had a good game. You know what I mean? So it wasn't even like you didn't have the run game. Yeah, just didn't have enough. I don't think going through the air. Like it's a number of things I think they go in the hand. But I'm not surprised by the coaching firings. But I mean, we'll see because we'll see who they replace him with to see if it
That's
was
what I'm
what
saying, because it's like who's like probably Mike Tomlin is the best out there right now, and
he said he
he's
ain't coaching
definitely
next
not
year.
coaching this year.
Yeah, he said he's not
So
coaching in 26.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like who you gonna go get? Like I
Yeah.
mean, there's some coordinators out there, but it ain't no elite ones that haven't already been head coaches that done showed you that they're probably not ready to be head coaches.
This is the
Um,
thing that this is the thing that always kills me about the coaching changes because like the teams who have hired their coaches, I wondered are they like, well, shit, I want old dude from Buffalo, but it's like it's too late now, because you made your selection from who was available at the time,
But I
but
think
now
only two
homeboy is
teams got or three teams got coaches though. I think so. It's still a lot of them that don't have a coach yet.
yeah, but I mean like the ones who have shit, I wonder do they just think back like, damn, we hired Stefanski, but we'd rather have I can't think of his name. What is his name?
who
Buffalo's coach or old
McDermott?
coach. Yeah,
Dermot or
yeah.
something.
Like, we hired
McDermott.
Stefanski, but shit, I want McDermott.
Yeah,
I wonder has that ever I'm sure it has, but I mean, I
Yeah,
guess you got to chalk it up.
I
I
mean, but
mean
at the
because
same token, Stefanski was coach of the year 2 years in Buffalo and in Cleveland, so that tells you something. I mean, he might be able to coach a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We'll
yeah,
see.
but like me and like I was telling Jared the other day too. We was talking about it like you're going to a team with a bunch of young guys that you need to develop, which you've shown over the years like you've not been good at developing young guys. Like in Cleveland, he was a good coach, but he wasn't developing. He had his best seasons when he had veterans on the team who kind of knew what they was doing. But
Hmm.
now that the team that Browns team got younger, he couldn't do nothing with them. And now you're going to a very young Atlanta team. You know what I mean? With a bunch of studs, and just like hopefully you could just coach them. You know what I mean? Into being better. You know what I mean? But as far as developing, and like you was talking about, we was talking about those draft picks and stuff like that. Like I think that Cleveland got rid of him at the right time. You got to bring somebody in there in the Browns that can develop talent.
But the thing is with that, every head coach don't have to be a good player developer. That's why they got other people in their front offices.
That's true
That's why
too.
Well,
sometimes the GM is the guy that they look for that. Like Jeff Hadley, the one that the Dolphins hired. That's actually one of his known traits. He was good at developing young talent. Like so, you don't have to be as the head coach the guy who does that, but you do have to have the people around you to your point to help you develop that talent. So we'll see who he brings in and as far as that goes in Atlanta. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Me and Ike were talking because I told him I hated Robert Sala taking the Titans job. I said he's going right back to a Jet situation. Like you can't be
I was about
desperate,
to say
man.
that too.
Like he needed to be like Ben Johnson, be very strategic about where you go so that you have the best chance of success. And he's setting
Yep.
himself up for failure. Then what happens when you're a failed head coach in two different locations? People ain't gonna look at you and take you serious as a head coach candidate anymore. And
Yeah,
Robert
because
Yeah.
Saleh, I think, can be a good head coach. Problem is, I think he has to be in a situation where he already has some talent. Tennessee ain't got no talent, man. Not no talent that you're gonna be able to win with. And you're in the division with the Jaguars and the Colts and the Texans. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm wanting
So,
to see who he brings in as his OC.
OC,
He
yeah.
he's probably gonna he's gonna probably coach the defense, but who you gonna bring as your OC
Rumors Mike
to coach up
McDaniel.
the offense?
Rumors Mike McDaniel if he doesn't get a head coaching job.
I think that would be good for him. Somebody
Mhm.
who's been a head coach that's good at figuring out what does this quarterback or these the players I have, what do they
Mhm.
do well, and scheming around the players
Mhm.
and not just bringing a system in.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. They just don't have the problem is they don't have the talent. Like
Yeah.
you can scheme as much as you want, but if you ain't got the talent to make it work, you hit. And Tennessee ain't got the talent, in my opinion. I don't think they have the talent. I don't think they
No,
have the offensive line. I don't like. I don't see it as
but
being
you
a
got to. I
place.
mean, you got to start somewhere. You got to start building. You need some building
Yeah.
blocks.
But me and you both know most time coaches don't get that opportunity. I mean, to me, I thought it was ignorant. You heard people calling for Aaron Glenn's job. The man was there for 1 year. Why you want to fire him? Give him a chance. See what he can do. Give him time to bring in his own people. Like that's why I say like you can't take jobs nowadays, especially not in the NFL, because you get a year and they'll fire you. It's happened before.
I
It
thought
has
and
that
that,
was wild with the damn, I can't think of nobody's name. Raheem Morris too.
yeah.
I'm
Like
like,
that was
oh,
crazy to me. That
how
was
you get
crazy to me.
fired and you finish like decent? I mean, you had
Yeah.
respectable seasons, and your
Mhm.
quarterback is injured both years.
Yep.
Like, how do
And
you fire somebody in that situation?
yeah, and
I think
see,
he should have brought a new OC in. I've been saying, y'all heard me say that several times. I think Atlanta needed a different OC. And I think that the outcome would have been way different for them this season. But they stuck with that OC, and I think it cost Raheem Morris's job, unfortunately.
Who was the LC?
Um, used to be a Cincinnati, I think. What's Buddy's name, man?
Was it not Callahan? Was it?
No, 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 no. What's the other dude? Um,
Um,
Vernon, look it up, bro. I
I
know
am
his
right
Barry,
now.
name.
Barry?
I know his name, and I can't think. I thought he was in Cincinnati though at one point.
Yeah, I trying to blank. Because I know the offensive
Uh,
coordinator we just had was the one that got fired by the Titans.
let's see. The Falcons retained defensive coordinator Bill Callahan as offensive line. That's offensive line coach.
No, 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 no. That's not
Hold
Cal.
on.
I'll look it up.
Time reason. I think they look at. Oh, this is my bad. This is this year. Who they talking about? This fans. 2024. Let's see.
Zach Robinson.
Jack Robinson. Yep, it just popped up.
He was in
Yeah.
Cincinnati?
I thought he was. Was he not?
I don't know.
Oh man. Well, never mind.
I'm
Chargers are
looking. No, he from the Rams.
Rams. Okay, my bad. Rams. Chargers are about to hire Mike McDaniel as their new offensive coordinator. So never mind.
Mm,
That's a
Hey,
good
that's
move.
not bad. That's a
That's a good
great
move for them.
move.
Yeah, that's a good move for them.
That's.
I hate to see people have to go from head coaching down to coordinator, but
But a lot of times they come from court. They was a coordinator before, so he was
yeah,
an
that's what
OC
I'm saying.
before that.
Going back down, like
All
I
back
hate to
then.
see that,
You,
but
you know why I don't mind this one though, Jared? Because the Chargers are going to win. So he's going to put himself in a position to get another head coaching job. Because I'm going to tell you now, if their offensive line is healthy, he's going to be able to run those daggone crazy offensive schemes he likes to run. With all them daggone motions and all
Motions
that
and yeah.
nonstop stuff he does with the running back. So I think he'll have that offense humming as long as they can get that offensive line fixed and Slater and Joe Alt stay healthy. So
Nah, for sure, for sure. One more thing. Before we talk about the games, Belichick and Buffalo, I've heard may be
oh
a thing.
Jesus, stop.
I
I mean,
can see it happen.
I can see it happening, but Bill's 80. I mean, I think if I just think you should bring in a
Crazy.
coach that can actually be there for the rest of Josh Allen's tenure. Yeah, I mean, like I don't think it's ever healthy for if you have a franchise quarterback in place for him to have to go through multiple head coaches. I just don't. I don't think that's a good look. So you really need to try to find somebody that you think can be there through the rest of Josh Allen's tenure. So,
That's fair.
but I can see that happening. Don't get me wrong. I definitely can see it happen. I just don't. No,
Because
no.
I was talking to a friend about this too. Like, if that does happen, like, how long of a leash do you give Belichick? As far as you got to think, you've already been to, um, you already won the division. You've been to the divisional round. You've been to AFC Championship games. Like, is the pressure to get to a
It's a
Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl.
right now?
You got to win a
Like, is
Super
that it?
Bowl and or get to the Super Bowl in the next 2 years. Period. I don't care
Okay,
who they bring in as a coach. It's I guarantee you that's the type of pressure they're going to be on. The next 2 years, maybe three, it has to be a Super Bowl.
and
And you
that's
got
what
to
I
think
was telling him. I'm like, you at least got to give him
after
3 years to.
now I don't. I'm being honest. I don't even think he gets three. I like. I'm serious. Like I think within 2 years, you better been to a Super Bowl or somehow lost in a
Knocking on
crazy
the
way in
door.
the AFC title game. Otherwise, I think you're out of the job. Period. Because you got to think Josh Allen's windows is closed. I think people forget Josh Allen ain't as young as he used to be. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. I'm with you on that for sure, for sure, for sure. So looking at these games coming up, man, we got the AFC conference championship game, New England and Denver Sunday, 3 p.m. on CBS. Who y'all got, man?
New England.
New England.
The way that I
It's
seen
all-
Buffalo run on
Oh yeah, that's right. We
Broncos.
have no Bo Nix either. So
Yeah, Bo Nix, but and the way that the thing is, I don't think it's great
yeah,
that you have the number one team in the NFL in terms of sacks. Doesn't matter if they don't have to throw the ball on you.
Yeah, for real.
So
that's true. That's true. You agree? You going with New England also?
Yeah, just I mean the no Bo Nix does it for me.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
same here, man.
that's
I was
no
I was
off the
rooting
year.
for Denver, but yeah, once they said no Bo Nix, I was like, yeah,
That was
okay,
crazy how that all went down too, man.
yeah.
It's how you watch a game, the game ends,
He finishes the game,
finishes the
didn't
game, wins it, walks
he?
off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All of
that
a
was
sudden
wild.
done.
Real talk. Did y'all notice this? Because I said I don't like Sean Payton. I'll be real with y'all. I didn't
No,
like him in
yeah,
New Orleans. I don't
okay.
I don't care for
Same here.
Buddy.
Same here.
But it's like I watched and I said, this is all his fault. I think his running backs only had 6 carries in the whole game. Bo Nix had like 12. Why are
Damn,
you running your daggone quarterback that much?
he's
Why?
an idiot. Yeah, he's not the
He said,
brightest crayon in the
man, I
box.
can't stand him. And I don't know if that's the exact numbers, but it was something crazy like that at one point in the game when they showed it. I'm like, you had like 6, 7 carries with your running backs, and Bo Nix had 11 or 12. Like, what are you? Why? Why? When Buffalo's weak spot, everybody knows is they struggled against stopping the run.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. He lost me.
RJ Harvey said had 6 carries, and uh McLaurin, he had four
McCollum.
carries. Yeah, he
So
had
10
four
carries
carries.
total.
And Bo Nix had 12 for 29 yards.
So he had 12. They had 10 combined. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he also threw the ball 46 times.
Yeah, I saw
Damn,
that
for real?
craziness. Yeah, he
He threw
did.
it
I
46
saw that at
times.
one point too, and I
Only
said,
for
yeah,
How you throw that many
for
times and you
only
weren't
two
even trailing?
for
They were
two
winning the
seven
whole game.
for 279, bro.
yeah, that part. That part.
Like
Yeah.
you dinks and dunks, like legitimately. I'm trying to see how many times he wasn't sacked, but I was trying to see how
Mm-mm.
many times he was hit.
He
QB
got hit a
hits.
few times,
So
but
the
I don't think
teams they
it
only
was
had
crazy.
they had 3 QB hits on him.
Yeah, I don't think it was a
So
lot. Mm-mm.
no, okay. So that's what I was trying to see. Like, was he hit a lot? Like, you know what I mean? After he
Mm-mm.
got rid of the ball, I mean, like I said, one sack at all. It's just like you said, those running plays, sliding and trying to avoid hits and stuff, cutting. Yeah,
Sean
that'll do
Payton
it.
dumb self.
might have cost him a trip to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
All right, NFC Championship. We got the Rams and Seattle Sunday 6:30 on Fox.
Give me the Rams.
Yeah, give me the Rams too.
I'm going Seahawks.
That Seahawk team, man, they I kind of don't want to look at the Niners game as a as a staple. Like, is that them? But hey, they didn't let up. So I don't know if it's just
But
because it was the Niners and like you said they're in the same division, but you got the Rams in the same division too. It's like,
yeah, how poetic is it for Patriots Seahawks in the Super Bowl again? Right? Think about it.
oh,
Yeah.
You know what I
possibly,
mean?
yeah,
I ain't saying it from a conspiracy standpoint. I'm just yeah. But I'll just say this. I don't know if y'all remember when McDonald was the defensive coordinator in Baltimore and what he did to Kansas City in the playoffs when freaking they let Ty Monken run the ball 2 times and then they Lamar threw it like 50 times in that game and
oh
we
yeah,
lost.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. But I've grown to realize that he's one of them coaches. I think when he has enough time to really game plan against you, he can create some problems for offenses. Because I think he's a good enough defensive coordinator. And they got a lot of talent on that defense. So I just think that he's going to give the rent. I mean, let's just be real. The way that Dennis Allen was shifting and moving that Bears defense around, it gave Stafford problems. I don't see how a better equipped defense like Seattle can't do the same thing and create some problems for Stafford. So
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm gonna stick with the Rams, man. McVay, man, he always got something. It's always
he,
something,
he
man.
didn't against the Bears. His defense bailed him out. He admitted that.
Yeah, but I mean, is it gonna keep happening like that though?
It ain't
Like,
got to keep happening. It just got to happen one more time.
Yeah, for real.
that's true
No, I'm
too.
just saying, it ain't got
I
to
don't
keep
know. I don't
one
know,
more
man.
game.
It's hard for me to go against the Rams, man.
I feel you.
Uh,
I feel you. And I'll
Cause I
be
mean,
honest, the
like,
Rams defense hasn't impressed me either. The last half of the season, I just felt like their defense hasn't been as good as I thought they were. Um, so I had some concerns with that as well, especially in the secondary. Um, I mean, but they also playing Sam Darnold. You know what I mean? So I don't have a whole lot of
I was about to
confidence.
say you got to kind of sprinkle in the Sam Darnold effect.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah.
know what Sam Darnold's going to show up, and I feel
And
like
they
we
don't
say
have
that
Zach
every
Charbonnet.
year.
Yeah, Zach
Yeah,
Charbonnet
they
tore
just
his
announced
ACL,
him
so
out
he's
too.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So we'll see, man. It's
yeah,
definitely gonna be. I mean, it could be two good games. I mean, that New England Denver game could be bad. I
yeah,
think Stidham is starting.
yeah. He is.
So I mean,
Uh,
he has a few starts. I mean, he's played for New England. He's played under some good coaching, but we don't know.
hey, y'all want to hear a funny? I don't know if y'all heard it because
Oh man.
we tell y'all I don't listen to the national media, but sometimes like an ad will pop up and then another video pop up on YouTube or something, and this
Hmm.
video popped up and I didn't change it, and they were well. I mean, Sean Payton really wanted Jared Stidham. I mean, he went after him harder. The Patriots are going after him too. Like, oh, he believes in him, believes in his decision making, athleticism. That, like, man, y'all really be trying to sell this nonsense, man. Jared Stidham, bro. There's a reason why Buddy ain't ever he don't see no meaningful time. Like, stop, because but it ain't like Bo Nix is some great quarterback. So we're not even talking about he's being
You
kept
couldn't
out
beat
by
out a rookie
like beating out Bo
last year.
Nix.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but I did hear something that I thought would be funny, even though it wouldn't happen. I don't know if y'all heard Richard Sherman say it. He was like, with that injury, Sean Payton needs to go ahead and call Brady. He said, if there's a quarterback that can play in a week's notice, he said, you can call Tom. Tom will be ready to play, and he gives you a better shot. And I agree. I would be Brady. Right now, I feel like they had a better shot with Brady than Stidham. That's just me.
Oh, for sure.
Can that like
Yeah,
happen if they wanted it to? Can that is that something
uh-huh.
that they can
Yeah,
do?
I don't. Yeah.
because he's a free agent. I don't know, and
I mean, did he file his retirement papers officially and all that? I mean, you can
even if
still
he
come
did,
back though.
he could still come back. Yeah, even if you did. So yeah, he
Yeah.
could. Hmm And
Man.
I said this, even though I know people think that I
Hmm.
think Brady would think about it because of Philip Rivers coming back and the competitor that Brady was would
Yeah,
say
that's
I
true.
can do better than what he did, and I can
Oh,
show
but
you, like, you know
but
what I
with him
mean.
having ownership of the Raiders, does that
That
have
doesn't matter.
anything to do? Okay,
Mm-mm.
I was just trying to make it.
My understanding is that wouldn't matter either.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
okay, all right.
And for a guy who, yeah, I mean, if we're gonna be real, you come back just to play the AFC Championship. If y'all win, somehow you end up with another Super Bowl.
Bruh, that would be crazy.
Hey, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy,
At
man.
8. Dang.
8.
Hey, I'll be sick.
Yeah,
I
that'd
would
be
be
funny
sick.
though.
Yeah, no, definitely hilarious. But yeah, man, that's all I got, man. What we defunded?
Oh, I got something. Man, we gotta stop. We gotta stop letting these coaches take these jobs before the season is over. Cause I don't think I'm not the brightest crown in the box, but I don't think there's no coincidence that, the 49ers have their worst defensive performance of the year, and then the next day Buddy's taking the job. That means there's been some conversation before. And I still point back to Ohio State's last two games. We scored 24 combined points the last two games, and offensive coordinators parlaying around with his new team right in the middle of preparation for the two biggest games of the season. They got to cut that out, man. And it could be just coincidence, but I don't think so. They
Yeah,
gotta
push that
stop.
portal time back, push all that stuff back to
Push it
after the
all
national
back.
championship.
Nothing happens until the day after the national championship, bro.
Yeah,
That
nah, for
means
sure.
nobody loses out on no opportunities. That means kids that play on a national championship team get the same
Get the same time
opportunity to be
frame,
able.
time. Yep,
It
no,
just makes
absolutely.
sense, bro. It literally just makes sense. No coaching changes, no player personnel changes until the day after the national championship. Book like just make it.
I agree with
Like
that.
even with the whole not Lincoln Riley but my memory is just shot. Lane Kiffin. Like you could have been the part that screwed that team out of a national championship opportunity just because you had to leave in the midst of all that. And I know he'll probably say, "Oh, I
Mhm.
wanted to coach," but still, bro, you took another job. You can't tell me that you're locked in if you're interviewing for jobs. You can't do
Not just interviewing, but accepted another
I mean,
job.
that's what I'm saying. But even the interviewing process, like, bro, you're not locked in. You're
Yeah,
not. Like, there's no way that you can tell me that Brian Hartline was locked into Ohio State's game plan going into the Big Ten. It wasn't even that much time in between. So that whole week in between the last game of the season and the Big Ten championship, you're down in South Florida with your new job. And then you're supposed to like come back and coach the Big Ten championship. We lose that. Then you go back down there the day after. You go back right back down there, and then you're there all that, a little bit longer, and then you come back for you're not locked in, bro. You can't tell me
mhm.
that you're locked in if that's what you're doing before the biggest games of the season. I don't believe it.
Nah, I agree with that. Yeah, it should be like the NFL, push everything back, like
Facts.
push everything back. Have an off season just like everything else does. You know what I mean? Like you said, start the week the day after the national championship. Then hey, everybody's free game. Portals open. Coaches, whoever's available, you can interview all that stuff. You cannot
I think
nobody,
it makes
and I
sense.
would do it across all in college football. Nobody can accept the job. Nobody can enter the portal. Nobody can leave a school until the day after the national championship
Yep.
in order to give everybody a fair chance. Every coach, every coordinator, every kid the same opportunity to go
Yep.
out and switch schools or switch teams if they want to.
I agree.
So, no, I definitely agree with that because that is crazy to be putting these humans, because there's human aspect to this too. You know what I mean? In these positions, and there's money involved, and people's futures, coaches' jobs on the line, and your coordinator is over here thinking about what he's about to do. You know what I mean? So no, I'm
Yep.
definitely with that.
And it's directly costing these teams, bro.
Hmm.
Again, no
Even
excuses to why we lost, but to be the powerhouse offensive team that we've been, not just this year but over years, and we score 14 points in two games,
Yeah, nah,
but
for
our
sure.
offensive coordinator is dating somebody else. Like, come
I,
on, man.
can I take it a step further though, Jared? Both
Yo,
the schools they doing a disservice to these kids, these young men,
yes,
by not,
for sure,
by not being there for them in moments that this may be the biggest moment they have in their football career. You know what I mean? So
absolutely,
they're doing a disservice to these young men. So I agree with you 100% on that.
absolutely,
Push it back.
absolutely. But and then again, they're probably like, well, they're getting paid, so fuck that. Like,
Mm.
That part.
money just complicates everything. It's just like a catch 22. Yeah, you're getting paid, but the care for you lessons,
Hey,
they don't. You don't care. They don't care. Nobody cares. Like
yep.
so, it's just
Everybody shoulder
You know
shrugging.
what my comment is for
yeah,
that though? My comment for that is the coach has been doing it before the NIL money came.
facts. Yeah, bro.
So the kids are only doing what y'all taught them. Period.
Absolutely. There's no
Yep.
refuting that at all. Can't
Y'all
nobody
ain't
refute
been
that.
y'all ain't been loyal all these years. Why should we
Mhm.
have to be loyal now that we're getting money out of it? I'm
Yep.
with you. I'm with you.
Yep, we all
All
agree
right, man.
there. Sure.
Um, hey, we got coming up boxing, man.
Yep. I was going to say the only
Beginning
thing
of the
I was going
year.
to tell y'all, January 31st, the Ring 6. So fight card. Good. Actually, it's a real good fight card. You got the Teofimo and Shakur. They headlining the card. Uh,
Oh, it's separate.
yeah.
They fighting each other.
Yeah, they fight each other. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Teofimo
we
and
gotta
Shakur.
get
That
we
should be a
yeah
real
we
good
gotta
fight.
watch that.
And Shakur is moving up to 140, so he's moving up
Mm.
in the division too. So this would be a good test for him. To he's always fought well when the lights are the brightest, so he's always showed up to big fights throughout his career. So I know people say, well, the convulsive, well, the man was dang near dying and didn't know it in the convulsives fight and still almost won. So I don't even hold that against him. But the undercard, I was looking it up because I heard something earlier, so I wanted to make sure what I heard was correct. They actually got a real solid undercard. So Keyshawn Davis is fighting again finally. So he fights Jermaine Ortiz, which is going to be a huge opportunity there. You got Bruce Shushu Carrington. He's nice. He's fighting Carlos Castro, and then Carlos Adames is fighting Austin Williams. The other two are cool. It's Jarrell Miller and some other ones, but those four fights right there, or at least those top three that I said, are going to be definitely worth watching for sure.
Cool. I'm tapped in. Just send me a
Okay.
reminder, bro, because
Yep.
I'll be
Yep. I already know. I got you.
yeah.
I got you.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be locked in. So you
I'm about to say
already know.
that might be a fight night situation.
I was gonna
We got to get
say, boys,
together.
might
I
have to
mean,
discuss a pull up or
those some
something.
big fights, so that may be something
Yeah.
we may need to just link up and kick it, make a night
Yeah,
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely open to it. Just
Yep.
we can talk
Yep.
about it.
That's yeah, we could definitely talk about that. But yeah, that should actually be a real good fight card, man. So looking forward to
Cool,
that. We got 11 days until that one takes place. And
cool.
it's gonna like I said, it's gonna be a good one because I think the T.O. Shakur dynamics, because it goes back to amateur days with a lot of these boxers and stuff. I think it's just gonna show you a lot because Shakur has a lot to prove and T.O. has a lot that he's still trying to accomplish because he was also trying to call out Bud before Bud retired. He was trying to get a Bud Crawford fight as well, which Bud would have hurt him in a bad way, but that's a whole conversation. But yeah, so check out that fight January 31st on I believe it's going to be on the zone. So
Looking forward
Okay,
to it.
yep,
cool. All right, man. Well, if that's it, man, I appreciate y'all joining us today, man. And this has been the Epic Podcast. We will see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
appreciate it.